Hey there, and welcome to Module 2 What Would Money Say About You? So, it's a serious question. I want you to think about it. If money could talk and it had a personality of its own, what would it say about you? What would it say about your behaviors with money? What would it say about how you treat it, how you think about it? Just give it some thought and just drop down your ideas for a moment or put them in the comments below so that other people can see it. So it's a really interesting way to perceive what money does actually say about you. So once you've done that, you're in the right place if you're ready to shift your perspective on money. And you're in the wrong place if you've already established your business and you're happy with your money mindset and you know what to charge the client. So, assuming that you're in the right place, let's look at our agenda for today. You will learn the psychology of money impact on your business. You would already have watched the psychology of money video, so we're not going to repeat what you've already done. We're just going to be aware that that's part of this. The impact your money mindset can have on your business is absolutely massive. I'm sure you realize that by now. If you have a scarcity mindset or a limiting belief around money that you formed as a child that's getting in your way of running a successful business, that's subconsciously holding you back, like for instance, if your parents always taught you that you money doesn't come easily and you have to work hard, that could be making you a workaholic. It could be that if you actually did less, you'd achieve more. And so there are all sorts of other sayings we have about money that we really need to get our umbrella up and protect ourselves from, and really sort of reform those beliefs and get them working for us. And then we're going to dive into how do you work out what to charge and what to charge that's right for you. So, in part one, the introduction to how money mindset impacts your business, let's dive into why this is important. Now, in the psychology of money, we talk about the study of our behavior with money. And T. Harv Eker has this famous saying that says, "Nothing has meaning except for the meaning you give it." Success and money isn't about knowledge or IQ. And what it is about, it's about your behaviors with money and the importance that you give it and the emphasis that you put on it. Are you in business to make money, or are you one of these coaches who is in business to help people and money is just a side product? Now, or are you somebody who really believes that you will be successful, but you just haven't found your thing yet and you're waiting for it to fall into your lap? Because you're always good at what you do and you're working hard, therefore, eventually your thing will come. So, there are lots of different mindsets around money. And we have some journal prompts in the workbook down below. And I'd really like you to work on your journaling around money. Now, there is a book, The Power Within book, that you can buy on my website. It's a downloadable 365-day prompts. But there was also a little mini workbook, so you can decide what you want your gratitude statement to be around money, what your journal prompts are. So for me, I'm happy and grateful money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continued basis when I'm being my natural self. One of the other hats I wear is I run a program called Be Rare Diamonds, and that's very much about helping people be their unique selves, stepping into their possibilities in business by being unique. So, what do we mean by what do we make money mean? Well, for most people, it's security, self worth, status, worthiness. Unless imposter syndrome comes into play. And when we have imposter syndrome, it really, again, can be another thing that holds your possibilities back. So down below, I've also put in a "Do you have imposter syndrome?" quiz link for you. So you can go in and see whether that might be one of the things that's holding you back. Now, in the bank, we did a customer survey to find out what people, how people felt about money. And people that didn't have any money felt like they had no place in society. But money is nothing more than bartering. It is literally, we used to barter for things, and then somebody came along and said, well, my sheep is worth more than your lamb, so if we change this into a different currency, then it's not a straightforward exchange, it's worth more, or you've got to give me some change. And it grew from there. So we money mindset is your unique and individual set of core beliefs about money and how money works in the world. It's your attitude about money. And some of us fear there will never be enough, or if you have it, that it's scared and you might lose it, which means that you're not happy to invest in yourself or in your business. And some of us have a really negative mindset. So it's kind of scarcity impact, but it's more negative than that. And it keeps you from putting offers out there, from selling, it makes you the best business that nobody's ever found. It keeps you from marketing and advertising. You've got to be kind to yourself here. We're all human. We've been brainwashed from a young age. We've been told things like waste not, want not, look after the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves. And they're all subliminal messages in our subconscious, creating our scarcity mindset. So, what keeps you from expanding your business and living abundantly? We give attention to people with wealth. We can also fall into the comparison trap of measuring ourselves against the perceived success of others. And we create a subconscious belief that only people with money make money. Remember now, money is just a tool. I want to tell you a story about when I first became a coach. So there was an amazing woman who she had the fantastic website. She was on, I think she might have even been in the back of the room on my CTI course. And the thing was about this woman that was she was successful, and I wanted to emulate what she did. So I compared myself to her and I followed her progress and her moves, and I practiced some of her ideas, and I really kind of like looked up to this woman. And about 3 or 4 years later, when I'd followed different ideas, I was on a panel for a marketing uh, program, and she came onto the call as somebody that wasn't making any money and wasn't being successful in her practice. So looks can be deceiving. When you decide to compare yourself to others, don't always automatically think that the people who've paid for their posh website or the people that have invested in their business in the first place are the ones who are being successful. The ones who are being successful are the ones that you can go on Companies House and see that they are making a substantial amount of money. Sorry, coming back to money being just a tool. Your money mindset has blocks in it. So these blocks are when you start thinking money is scarce. And then money does become scarce when you think it's scarce because you don't spend any money to accumulate any money. You might be one of these people that thinks that it's not safe right now and it's not the right time. So I know when I started in business, it was just before COVID. And when COVID hit and we had, everybody had the same 2 years out of the norm. Was it a good time to launch a new business? No, probably not, but I did. I started a new limited company. I started a coaching academy, and I trusted that even if it was not safe then, I could get all the building blocks in place so I was ready to thrive once COVID was over. And then the other money mindset block is your self-worth. It's when you decide that you're not good enough to charge what you're worth. And that's why we dive into how to decide what to charge in this particular video. So to combat this, we need to drip feed stories of growth to your subconscious, of expansion, of abundance. Remember those motor neurons and how we can reprogram your mind. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to use that neuroplasticity to expand your ideas around money. So for your takeaway, I want you to literally think about journaling yourself rich. I want you to think about your money mindset. I want you to think about feeling empowered around money. Because one thing's for sure, if you undermine your value, clients will value you less. If you're going to have building work done on your house, most people get 3 quotes. Somebody won't go with the most expensive because they're the most expensive. They won't necessarily go with the cheapest because they'll think that they're not necessarily good enough. They will go with the middle, so make sure you do your market research. Clients might not buy from you if someone else is perceived to be better because they charge more. Just another way of thinking about it. So people who live in scarcity mode fail to see that their business has the potential to be a significant financial asset. A scarcity mindset keeps them playing really small. An abundant mindset, people see the potential and invest in their growth. And that investment in their growth can be going on a course themselves to be better qualified so that they can charge more. It might be paying somebody else to do the marketing because they can't be good at everything so that they can really focus on what they're doing. But it is investing in the business all the time to enable it to reach its potential. And a constant check-in is needed, which is why, again, I come back to the business plan is so important and you review it on a quarterly basis. So I want you to have 5 takeaways before we move on to the what to charge. And those are: journal being wealthy or rich, and there's a journal guide you can download below. Set up your financial goals in baby steps. So when you write your business plan, make sure that you've got goals going forward that are just individual improvements, small, manageable, smart goals. Be willing to be seen. Okay, it goes without saying, and yet so many coaches do it. You can be an amazing coach, but if you are not out there on social media, people will not know that you exist. And even if you're somebody who networks in your community, there is a whole world of customers out there who need your coaching. So you really want to be seen on networks to reach further afield. Be authentic and congruent to build confidence, remembering that you are the CEO of your business. And that is a really important aspect of managing your money. You need to make financial decisions for your business, coaching business, as if you were the employee. Because when you think about it as spending your own money, you don't make wise choices. So remember, when you're making financial decisions, you are talking about your business as a whole, and the business is paying, not you, and therefore you're investing in the business to grow. And then create your sole purpose and charge what you're worth. I am absolutely firm in the belief that coaches who do what they are passionate about earn more because they are living their sole purpose and they're charging what they're worth. So they don't charge by the hour, they charge for the transformation that they help clients achieve. So that's food for thought when we dive into the next part, which is how to decide what to charge. So how do you decide what to charge? We're going to take you through a worked example and a formula. So if you haven't got a paper and pen, just click on pause and then come back to this and I'll move forward now. So what I really want you to think about is how much is enough. So what income would you like to make in the next 3 years? So when I say what income do you want to make in 3 years' time, it's a different question to how much you want to earn each year. So I want you to think about, in 3 years' time, you want your profit from your company to be 50,000, whatever figure you want to slot in there. So just write down a figure. What would you like to be earning in 3 years' time? And remember, to achieve it, you've got to dream it to achieve it. So if you don't aspire high and you just think, oh, I'll be happy if I make 20,000, then that's probably all you are going to make because you are settling for that. Okay. So then I want you to think about, how many days do you wish to work a year? And also, what holidays will you take? So I work 3 days a week. And these are the holidays that I looked at. Usually I try and avoid the children's holidays, but I put them in there just because for working coaches, with children, it's a really good idea to think about having those off. So 2 weeks at Christmas, a week at half term, 3 days at February half term, 3 days at May half term, a week of bank holidays, a week of inset days, maybe 4 weeks in the summer. So you're looking at 10 weeks off in order to accommodate the children. So is that feasible for you? Do you need to adjust it? Just think about what those things will be and jot that down before you move on. And then there are 52 weeks in the year. So 52 weeks minus 10 equals 42 working weeks of the year. That's the 10 days that we are, 10 weeks that we are having off. Leaves 42 weeks left of the year. Then, how many days do you want to work a week? Well, do you want to work 5 days a week? Do you want to maybe just work 5 mornings a week? What is it that you want to do to make your practice work for you? And I don't start work till 10:30 in the morning. A lot of people think that's because I'm lazy, but actually for me, it's a really important gift to myself in running my own business that I can have the hours that suit me. But I do work until 9 o'clock on a Thursday evening because then I can help the clients that are busy working in the week. So it's just setting those hours that are right for you. So just think about that. And then how many clients facing hours do you want to work a day? So I do 3 hours a day, so 3 60-minute sessions with coaches. Everybody's different. I've got colleagues who do 5 coaching sessions. It depends whether you're a career coach or whether you're someone who has to really dig deep when you're coaching. Depends whether you do 60 minutes or 90-minute sessions. But for this argument, I'm going to do 3 hours a day. And then we put it all together. So 5 days per week at 3 hours a day is going to give me 15 working hour with clients a week. So if I take those 15 hours per week over 42 weeks, because remember, I'm not working all the weeks per year, and I've got 630 hours in my year. So if I want to earn 50,000 and I've got 630 hours to do it per year, then I need to be earning £79.38 an hour. So if you want to get to 50k per year, you need to make your hourly rate £80 minimum. Now, when we've got a live group and we're talking about this, we quite often have a discussion around what fees are you charging. So we're going to dive into that for a second. And I just want to put the emphasis back on what I said earlier. You really do want to dream yourself rich, because remember, when you're deciding what your hourly rate is, clients don't pay for an hour's work. I can tell you that I do half an hour prep before I have each client. I do half an hour afterwards for the notes and writing what I want for them in our next session and in the future, and sending them any documents and support that I've said I'll do. So that's 2 hours. But my clients aren't paying me per hour. They're paying me for the transformation, for the promotion they're going to get, for the leadership support that they get. So ultimately, they're paying for the transformation. So I don't charge per hour for them. I charge for 10 sessions over the year, a year's coaching for £4,000. And everybody is different. I actually have clients who I charge £80 an hour for. I've got clients who I do financial wellbeing coaching for, which is paid at £60 an hour. So my rates completely vary depending on what sort of support I'm giving and whether I'm doing associate work or whether I'm doing my own work. So just bear that in mind and be kind to yourself and be flexible with each clients. So just thinking about, what is your reality right now? So when it comes to your coaching fees, what are you charging now? What is that meaning you're earning? Are you seeing enough clients? What do you need to do differently? So what I want you to do is leave with a tangible plan for you, thinking about your goal to increase your fees and get your reality right now for what you're charging. And the definition of madness is doing the same thing as you've always done and expecting a different result. So if you're not earning as much as you want to, then play with it. You know, there is no harm in having different sections, doing different things, adding in some consulting work, and getting to the results you want in different ways. And it's really good. I've got a coaching lounge and I have clients who join that and talk to each other. You know, people don't mind sharing what rates they charge, especially when they charge different rates for different things, because it's not one size fits all. And then so brainstorm options, get your list of options. option A, option B, look at your packages. If you're going to struggle with this, then I have a coach's transformation course that you can go through that looks at coaching packages and looks at what you can do. If you drop me an email, I can share one of the workbooks from that or the criteria, just to let you know it's not something that I advertise live anymore. So just let me know if you want further information. And then decide on what your way forward is. You know, you've got lots of doors, lots of options. Keep your options open. Best way I would recommend of getting clients is to collaborate with other coaches, collaborate with other people, and create your own opportunities. You know, do a 5-day challenge, really get online, get visible, get people seeing what you do, get known for your expertise, use LinkedIn, post on social media, all those kind of things. Okay, so I would normally say on a live if you've got any questions, but if you have got any questions, then please put them in the questions down below. Everyone will be able to see your question, but everyone will also be able to see my answers to your question. So I'm here to help. If you need anything, then please do ask. And thank you for tuning into this video. I will look forward to seeing you in the next module.